Howdy, mates. Good morning. How are y'all doing? This is my first video for today. It is December 6th, 2022. And I'm visiting a site that I've never been to until today. Welcome to the Silver Springs State Park. Me personally, I'm still taking it all in, just because this is basically now the second ever freshwater spring that I have ever went to in the state of Florida. You know, when I saw various people posting about them, just kind of rubbing it in. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, I gotta make this a priority. So I figured, since we're kind of in between right now with the holidays and I finished my freshwater systems class, I figured around this time would have been the perfect time, especially doing it during the week, because I'm sure it gets insane here, especially during the weekends. But wow, it's always that feeling that one craves during adventures, is going to a new place. They always look for that high. I don't mean as in a drug high, but we're talking a mental high, as in excitement, naturally. Wow. So the Silver River, which is what we are venturing on, is by far one of the most active springs in the state of Florida. So, before coming here, I was doing a bit of research on the Silver River itself, and there's quite a few fascinating aspects for interpretation. So, for one thing, the Silver River itself, per day, releases or has a discharge of up to 400 to 500 cubic feet per second. Oh, wow. You got a cooter down there. I don't know if you can see him. Oh my God. Sorry. You're going to notice that I'm probably going to be very distracted. Either way, 400 to 500 cubic feet per second. So, you figure that has to be over at least 400 million gallons per day. As an approximation. I'll be sure to correct it in my description. That's a lot of water. I mean, when I read up on it, apparently it can actually fill up the famous Astrodome in Texas twice in one day. That is literally how much discharge there is from Silver Springs. So that just goes to show that there's a lot of water coming from this river. So you can only go on this river for recreational use, whether it be on a kayak, most especially a canoe. I believe you can use motorboats too, which, frankly, that really surprises me, just because the Silver River is a very sensitive and it's a very precious drinking water source for this part of Florida. So that does surprise me, as a matter of fact. But yeah, it's a lot of water still. And it's just, look at this. I'm just so not used to associating clear water in the state of Florida. I mean, one always gets used to seeing black water, but to see this, wow. So, that being said, you will find abundant wildlife, but you'll most likely find only freshwater fish here, because this is only freshwater. So there's no salt content whatsoever. And this is literally in direct connection to the Floridian aquifer. So that's the thing, you guys, like, for a watershed or an aquifer to recharge and filter the water, it takes a lot of time. Sometimes it can take even years for it to happen. But what really fascinates me in particular is, you know, the past couple of videos when I was talking about how limestone is a very alkaline rock, so that means it's higher up on the pH scale. The limestone literally acts as a filter. So it literally makes the water into more of a neutral pH, or at least on the pH scale. So most of the recharge that I speak of mostly comes from rain or other various cycles in the water cycle, but most of it is rain. So, and of course other stream discharges. But yeah, recharge is basically a way to replenish the watershed, and it takes a lot of time. And so once it has a chance to be released or discharged, we get the Silver River. So just a great opportunity for one to really see another part of Florida that is truly worth protecting. Just goes to show that Florida has so much more to offer besides the beaches. And you know, the springs generate a lot of money for the state, you know, in terms of recreation and even tourism. So my next video is going to go a bit more in depth on Nestle, you know, that large company that is both a food and beverage business magnate. So stay tuned for that. Take care, you guys. See ya.